الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة على رسول الله وبعد. Just as a foreword for the previous video that we were about to begin, an introduction to the Hanafi school of thought, and in this video I'll consider it to be an introduction part 2, in which question is being risen, and inshallah ta'ala I will be answering this question inshallah ta'ala. The question basically, it says, what is the importance of a school of thought? Why do we have to follow a school of thought? And what are the school of thoughts? So let's start one by one answering these questions inshallah ta'ala, and then it will be easy for us to begin in explaining and translating the book of my respective teacher Muhammad Amu Habibullah ta'ala. What are the 4 school of thought? The first one, it is called Hanafi school of thought, and it is the oldest one amongst the 4 in the school of thoughts of Ahl Sunnah wa Al-Jama'ah. Hanafi school of thought, it's been named by Hanafi school of thought due to the reason that the one that he founded was Al-Imam Al-A'zam, Imam Abu Hanifa Al-Nu'man Al-Kufi rahimahullah tabaraka wa ta'ala wa radiyallahu ta'ala. And in Arabi we basically use the adjective like the name itself closely. Like for example, here we say Abu Hanifa, then we say his follower to be Hanafi. So we take basically his name and then we put aya at the end, ya, e sound. The second school of thought, it is called Al-Maliki, and it belongs to Imam Malik ibn Anas, Imam Darul Hijrah rahimahullah ta'ala wa radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. The third one, it is called Al-Madrasatu Shafi'iyah, Shafi'i school of thought, and it is for Muhammad ibn Idris al-Shafi'i rahimahullah ta'ala, who was born in Gaza. He's from Palestine. The fourth one is for Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, and it's called Hanbali or Hanbaliyah, and he was the Imam of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah because of some conditions that happened in his time, and he was steadfast on the opinion of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah, and as a result, the Alhamdulillah tabaraka wa ta'ala, the name and the belief system of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah was saved, Alhamdulillah tabaraka wa ta'ala. Now, which one of these 4 school of thought is the right one? There's a question, it can be asked, and especially amongst the public, the people will be asking, what is the importance of the 4 school of thoughts? Which one is right? This question, it can be rising from time to time. Our scholars, when they answered this question, they said that the 4 school of thoughts are like the 4 sides of Kaaba, Zadaha Allah Tashrif. If you pray to anywhere from the sides of the Kaaba Musharrafa, you'll be able to have a Sahih Salah, a right Salah, correct one. It's not wrong. So like this, the ulama, the fuqaha, the jurists, they say that whatever side you pray to from the 4 school of thoughts, which one you follow, your prayer, it is right. There is no problem with it. You are okay. It's just that you have to follow one school of thought. You have to follow, adhere to it. You need to study it. You need to live by it. And when we say fiqh, jurist, it means in Arabic fahm, understanding. So how the fuqaha, they understood. So inshallah ta'ala, when we go deeply to our book, then more examples, it will be what brought forth about how the four school of thought, they understood the texts, the Quranic texts and the Hadith texts. And what is the importance of following a school of thought? The answer is easy and is simple, which is, if you follow a school of thought, then you'll be having a fixed structure and building of understanding Islam. You will not be complicated. There is a way. Each one of these four school of thought, they established to understand Islam. So when you have been studying one of these four, then your building of understanding the texts, it will be fixed. And the way that you solve the problems, the questions that is arising daily, it will not be problematic for you. Okay, so that's why we need to follow one of these four schools of thought, and we need to adhere to it. Now, what it will be if I change? For example, I go with one school of thought, then I have a problem. I go to another school of thought and I follow it. Here, the scholars, they say it is okay from the part of leniency to follow the other school of thought that is solving your problem that you cannot have in your first school of thought. But there is an exception. The exception, it says that you should not always be seeking the difference. You should not be always seeking the lenient part, the lenient school of thought. You should not be doing this, and you should not be a person who is searching for the lenient part. So in this way, they have a strong statement that they issued against him. They say that he is basically a transgressor, fasik. If the person always is searching for the lenient part from the four school of thought, but that you follow one school of thought, and then you are to be switching to another school of thought in one mas'ala that is hard on you, okay, for the sake of easiness, then there is no problem. Okay, so inshallah ta'ala, but here in this series, we would like to be having our understanding to be fixed, inshallah ta'ala. We have one building that we're going to structure in these episodes in subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is the building of Hanafisim, inshallah ta'ala. And the next series, we will be issuing for different schools of thought. So inshallah ta'ala, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make this recording to be beneficial for all of us, to be means for us to be entering into the garden, Jannah, and to make us from those who are to understand the word of wisdom and to follow it. If any question is there, do not hesitate kindly to put it in the comment, and we would and to the best of our ability, we will be helping you all. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.